Next, I'd like to welcome back Bob Flynn. Recently, Bob had the opportunity to talk with a few of you in the field about your successes in the area of selling consulting services. The following highlights of those discussions are designed to give you ideas of how you can approach some similar sales opportunities in your areas.
I mentioned earlier in the monthly agenda today that we had some success stories that we wanted to share with you. And I've got on the phone here Joe Deutsch, who is the Business Solutions Manager for the Northeast, and Alan Spiegel, who's an account manager in the Northeast, to talk to you a little bit about an engagement they had at Bell Atlantic. And I wanted to start by asking Joe, can you just give us a little bit of background on Bell Atlantic and a little bit of the content of the engagement and what took place within the engagement?
Sure, Bob. When Alan Spiegel approached me in the summer of 1998, he was looking to bundle a offering to the client that would give them both the product and the services required to migrate them from a competitive platform to Attachmate. What we did was we sat down and decided there were three major deliverables in that engagement. First one being macro conversion, second being deployment assistance, and lastly training for both the end user as well as any tools that might accompany the overall bundle. So we proposed the solution, again, as a bundled solution that gave them the services they would need to migrate over the next 2 years.
Alan, I'm curious, can you tell me how did you find the opportunity? And my second question there is also, were you selling primarily to the IT person or to a person in the line of business or one of the more the business side of Bell Atlantic?
Well, Bob, the way that the opportunity was discovered was there was a compelling event, which was the merger of the Bell Atlantic and 9X Regional Bell Operating Corps into the new Bell Atlantic. And I realized that the 9X piece was a competitive account that we had been trying to crack for a while. So I decided to identify the person who would most likely be the decision maker on a single host connectivity standard and to approach that individual with a letter and an offer of a meeting.
Was there some competition?
Big time. Up in the north, which is the former 9X, which is New York and New England, there were approximately 18,000 workstations running OS2 and IBM's Comm Manager for OS2. And in the old New York telephone, approximately 8,000 stations running WallData's Rumba. In addition, the Bell Atlantic piece that was already existing had a significant presence of Hummingbird's X Windows product.
What was the differentiator? How'd you win the business?
Well, I think the differentiator was several things. Number one was our ability to deploy and the fact that we had a professional services organization that could propose and deliver service solutions compared to the competition. And remember, compared to competing against somebody like WallData, when you're competing against IBM, you have to be able to deliver that level of service. And we demonstrated, or we convinced them that we would be able to do that. The second thing had to do with putting the package together. And what we did essentially is we proposed a solution to them in a format which was compatible with the way they wanted to buy.
Now, I think you had mentioned that you started on this engagement in 1998. Are you still in the account?
Absolutely. We've had a very successful year last year. We did over $3 million worth of products and services altogether in a 14-month period. And there's still residual business and other opportunities that are going to come to us now that the deployment of the Attachmate workstations replacing competition has taken place. We have demonstrated our capabilities and the quality of our service and our people. So there are going to be other opportunities.
I think the great thing about this story is actually there's two pieces to it. One is the longevity of the engagement, the fact that once they've gotten into Bell Atlantic and into this account, that their services and the quality they've been able to deliver have carried on and they're able to continue to find revenue streams within this account. The second and mostly important part of this engagement is the fact that it was a combined effort between both the sales side and the consulting side. Joe and Alan have a long relationship together. They're known for working together and being able to work together, pull resources together, and have a successful story, and Bell Atlantic is a terrific one. So Joe and Alan, congratulations, and thanks for spending some time with us today.
Our pleasure. Hope it's helpful to other folks as well.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.